Hello and welcome. Glad you're able to join us today as we continue our look at the activities of federal lawmakers in the National Assembly. I'm Lanre Lasese and I'll be guiding you through all that we have for you today. From senators asking the executive to appoint a separate minister of power to a passionate debate in the House of Representatives, a lot occurred in the Parliament this week. Let's bring up the report of a motion that looked harmless at the beginning, but just gathered steam in the course of the debate. It has to do with the Nigerian Ports Authority and the Treasury single account policy. It's an issue that has been in the news. The termination of the boat's pilotage, monitoring and supervision agreement between the Nigerian Ports Authority and Intel's Nigeria Limited. At the proceedings of the House of Representatives, this lawmaker brings the issue up as a matter of urgent public importance, calling for an investigation.
The House notes that Intel's Nigeria Limited is responsible for the provision of logistics and facilities in the maritime sector of the country based on the boat's pilotage, monitoring and supervision agreement, whereby Intel collects revenue on behalf of NPA, Nigerian Ports Authority. The House further notes that the agreement included the construction and operation of Apapa Wharf, Warri, Federal Ocean Terminal, Port Harcourt, and Onair terminals, which Intel has already spent $900 million. The House notes again that Intel secured foreign loans to finance the construction and operation of Apapa, Warri, and Port Harcourt terminals. It still notes that Intel has carried out the services for over 17 years since the agreement was signed between NPA and Intel in 2010. The House equally notes the implication of the termination of the contract, where Intel has over 7,000 Nigerians and their dependents who are employees of Intel's Nigeria Limited since the inception of its services to NPA and the maritime sector. The House observes that the termination of the contract, which was conveyed in a letter by the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation to the Managing Director of Nigerian Ports Authority, dated September 27, 2017, as a response to NPA letter of 31st May 2017. The House observes that the basis for the termination of the boat's pilotage, monitoring, and supervision agreement was on the alleged illegality of the agreement, cited the violation of some sections of the 1999 Constitution as amended, particularly on the Treasury single account policy of the federal government. The House equally observes that the federal government has sealed all the terminals as a result of the termination of the contract without due process of consolidation with Intel and consultation with Intel before the decision to seal the terminals.
It leads to a heated debate.
It is very important for us as a House to intervene in this matter so as to send the signal to the international community that our country is not where anything goes. Our country is a country that follows due process. So if there is any issue that has to do with business disagreements, I think it behoves of us as a House to, at least on the part of government, intercede.
For one to now say that, well, it has been alleged that there are issues
go back to your seat.
over TSA. As we know, TSA is a policy. I believe that, at the risk of sounding immodest, what has happened with the termination of the contract that has existed for close to 2 decades can only be situated in the context of some form of impunity.
The idea or the notion that we are losing revenue is another policy is not true. We are losing more revenue now having Intel in charge alone, monopolizing the operation. We don't even know how much we get. We don't even know. As of today, if you ask Nigeria, what do you get for Intel services, they don't know. Because all services operations are continuous operations. They are not done on a one-day basis that you go and pay and collect this thing. Mr. Speaker, right, honorable colleagues, let us not deceive ourselves here. Let us not allow one company to monopolize the economy of this country. Let us liberalize the oil and industry, the shipping industry, so that we can have proper this.
Today, we are talking about not having enough dollars. I need to remind us we are where we are today because investors are not coming with their dollars.